In 2008, a laid-off executive sat in his car, contemplating his last $47. Today, Tyler Perry owns a $280 million studio complex and creates entertainment empires. His secret? A mindset shift that transformed scarcity into abundance. The journey to wealth begins in the mind's darkest corners, where our deepest fears and most limiting beliefs reside. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, who grew up wearing potato sack dresses in rural Mississippi. Her grandmother's greatest hope was that young Oprah would find some good white folks to work for. Instead, Oprah dared to imagine a different reality, one where she controlled her destiny. Our relationship with wealth is like a house built on emotional foundations. Many of us live in mental structures constructed by others, parents who struggled paycheck to paycheck, teachers who taught us to play it safe, media that portrays wealth as corrupt. These walls of limitation weren't built by us, yet we've accepted them as our own. Take Howard Schultz, raised in Brooklyn's housing projects. His father's injury at work left the family without income or insurance. This childhood of scarcity could have confined him to a mindset of limitation. Instead, it fueled his vision of creating Starbucks, a company that would provide health insurance to even part-time employees. His wealth story began not with a business plan, but with reimagining what was possible. The transformation from scarcity to abundance thinking isn't just positive thinking. It's a fundamental rewiring of how we view opportunity. Steve Jobs didn't see computer parts. He saw tools for human creativity. Jeff Bezos didn't see books. He saw unlimited access to knowledge. Their wealth wasn't built on what they had, but on what they could envision. Consider this. Every morning, you wake up to a world of abundance. The air you breathe is unlimited. The sunshine is infinite. The ideas you can generate are boundless. Yet somewhere along the way, we learn to see limits instead of possibilities, scarcity instead of opportunity. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, practiced this mindset shift daily. Before becoming the youngest self-made female billionaire, she spent 7 years selling fax machines door to door, facing constant rejection. Each no didn't reinforce scarcity. It strengthened her resilience. She saw each rejection as one step closer to success. The key to transforming your wealth mindset lies in questioning everything you've been taught about money. When Jan Koum, WhatsApp's founder, lived on food stamps, he could have accepted that as his reality. Instead, he saw it as a temporary situation, not a permanent identity. His journey from welfare to a $19 billion Facebook acquisition began with refusing to let circumstances define his potential. Your mind is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever you plant in it. Plant limitations, and you'll harvest scarcity. Plant possibilities, and you'll harvest abundance. The choice of seeds is yours. In a dimly lit kitchen in 1963, a young Warren Buffett watched his father count spare change on their worn wooden table. That moment would shape one of history's greatest investors. Money stories are deeply personal, yet universally relatable. Let me take you on a journey through the fascinating world of wealth psychology, where childhood memories cast long shadows over our financial futures. Warren Buffett's story stands as a testament to how early money experiences shape destinies. Growing up during the Great Depression, he watched his father rebuild a small brokerage business from scratch. This early exposure to financial resilience didn't just teach young Warren about money. It inscribed deep lessons about value, patience, and opportunity into his DNA. Today, the Oracle of Omaha manages billions while still living in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. But not all money stories lead to such prosperity. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who often recalls wearing potato sack dresses as a child because her family couldn't afford clothes. Rather than letting poverty define her, she transformed that pain into drive, building a media empire worth billions. Her story reminds us that our initial money circumstances don't dictate our financial destiny. These narratives reveal a crucial truth. Our relationship with money is deeply emotional, formed in childhood's crucible. Some of us grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy, creating invisible barriers to wealth. Others witnessed parents arguing about bills or working multiple jobs, programming anxiety into our financial DNA. Think of these inherited money beliefs as software running in our subconscious. They drive our decisions without our awareness. A person raised in scarcity might compulsively save, unable to enjoy their wealth. Someone who saw money as a source of conflict might subconsciously sabotage their success to avoid similar struggles. The good news? Like any software, these beliefs can be updated. By examining our money stories with compassion and curiosity, we can identify which beliefs serve us and which hold us back. Perhaps your grandmother's frugal wisdom helped you build savings, but her fear of investments keeps you from growing wealth. Or maybe your father's entrepreneurial spirit inspired you, but his workaholic tendencies strain your relationships. The journey to financial wellness starts with awareness. Next time you make a money decision, pause and ask, is this choice coming from my authentic self, or am I acting out an old story? Your answer might surprise you. Remember, money is neither good nor evil, it's simply a tool. How we use it reflects our beliefs, values, and the stories we tell ourselves. By understanding our money narrative, we can write new chapters that align with who we want to be, not just who we were taught to be. In 1991, a struggling single mother sat in a Scottish cafe, writing a story about a boy wizard on napkins. That woman was J.K. Rowling, and her solution to children's boredom would make her a billionaire. The path to wealth is paved with solutions, not shortcuts. While Hollywood perpetuates images of wealthy villains in marble-floored mansions plotting their next hostile takeover, the real stories of wealth creation often begin in humble places, garages, coffee shops, and kitchen tables where visionaries dare to dream differently. Take Richard Branson, who started Virgin Records in a church crypt with a student magazine and a dream. Dyslexic and struggling in school, he didn't let society's labels define him. Instead, he identified problems in various industries and systematically solved them. From music to airlines to space travel, Branson's empire grew not through manipulation, but through innovation. His mantra? Find good people and good things happen. Or consider Sarah Blakely, who spent 2 years developing Spanx while keeping her day job selling fax machines. She wasn't born into privilege. She was a woman who recognized a universal problem, uncomfortable shapewear, and crafted a solution. Her patent attorney laughed when she first shared her idea. Today, she's worth billions, and more importantly, she's helped millions of women feel more confident. The myth of the corrupt wealthy elite conveniently ignores these stories of innovation and perseverance. It overlooks Jeff Bezos starting Amazon in his garage, focusing on solving the problem of inconvenient shopping. It forgets about Howard Schultz, raised in public housing, who transformed coffee culture by creating the third place between work and home that became Starbucks. What these success stories share isn't a secret handshake or a trust fund. It's an obsession with solving problems. They understood that wealth isn't extracted. It's created through value addition. Each dollar earned represents a problem solved, a need met, a life improved in some way. Consider this. Every product or service you use daily exists because someone solved a problem. Your smartphone? It solved communication and connectivity problems. Your favorite app? It probably made something easier, faster, or more enjoyable. Your go-to coffee shop? It solved your need for quality caffeine and a comfortable space to enjoy it. The real secret of wealth creation isn't about gaming the system. It's about serving it. The ultra-wealthy didn't get there by hoarding resources, but by deploying them to solve increasingly larger problems. Elon Musk didn't stop at digital payments with PayPal. He moved on to tackle sustainable energy, electric vehicles, and space exploration. So perhaps it's time to shift our narrative about wealth. Instead of viewing it with suspicion or assuming it comes from exploitation, we might ask, what problems can I solve? Whose lives can I improve? What value can I add to the world? In 1994, Jeff Bezos noticed people struggling to find books they wanted. Today, that simple observation has transformed into a $1.5 trillion empire that delivers everything from toothbrushes to televisions to your doorstep within hours. Problem solving isn't just a path to wealth. It's the very DNA of innovation that shapes our world. Every breakthrough, every fortune, every empire begins with someone looking at an everyday frustration and thinking, there must be a better way. Consider Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, the founders of Airbnb. In 2007, they were struggling to pay rent in San Francisco. During a design conference, when all local hotels were fully booked, they saw an opportunity. They bought 3 air mattresses and rented out their living room floor to conference attendees. That simple solution to both their financial problem and travelers' accommodation needs has revolutionized the global hospitality industry. Or take Reed Hastings, who founded Netflix after being charged a $40 late fee for a rental copy of Apollo 13. His frustration with Blockbuster's rigid rental system sparked an idea that would eventually transform how the world consumes entertainment. What began as a DVD by mail service evolved into a streaming giant that has fundamentally changed our viewing habits. The science of problem solving follows a simple yet profound formula. Observation plus innovation equals opportunity. Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp didn't invent transportation when they created Uber. They simply observed the inefficiencies in traditional taxi services. Their solution, connecting drivers and riders through a mobile app, has revolutionized urban mobility. But here's what's fascinating. The biggest opportunities often hide in plain sight. WhatsApp's founders, Jan Koum and Brian Acton, noticed how expensive international text messaging was. Their solution? A free messaging app that now connects over 2 billion people worldwide. They solved a problem that affected nearly everyone with a phone, and their reward was a $19 billion acquisition by Facebook. The key is to train your mind to see problems not as annoyances, but as opportunities. Mark Zuckerberg didn't set out to become a tech billionaire. He just wanted to make it easier for college students to connect. Jack Ma didn't create Alibaba to dominate e-commerce. He wanted to help small Chinese businesses reach global markets. Look around your daily life. What frustrates you? What wastes your time? What makes you think, this could be better? These aren't just complaints. They're potential gold mines. The next billion-dollar idea might be hiding in your daily commute, your grocery shopping experience, or your workplace inefficiencies. Remember, wealth creation isn't about inventing something completely new. It's about finding better solutions to existing problems. PayPal didn't invent money transfer. They just made it easier. Spotify didn't invent music. They revolutionized how we access it. At age 23, Mark Cuban sold his first company, MicroSolutions, for $6 million. His secret wasn't working longer hours. It was making his solution work while he slept. The traditional wealth equation most of us learned reads like a simple arithmetic problem. Hours, work times, hourly rate equals income. But the world's most successful wealth creators understand a different kind of math, one where impact and scalability multiply value exponentially. Consider the story of Whitney Wolfe Herd, founder of Bumble. After leaving Tinder, she didn't just create another dating app. She solved a fundamental social problem by giving women more control in online dating. Her solution now works 24/7 across continents, generating value while she sleeps. By age 31, she became the world's youngest female self-made billionaire, not by working more hours, but by creating a system that multiplies her impact. Elon Musk demonstrates this principle across multiple industries. PayPal solved payment friction, Tesla addresses sustainable transportation, and SpaceX tackles space exploration. Each venture creates value continuously, far beyond what Musk could achieve through traditional hourly work. His wealth isn't measured in hours clocked, but in problems solved and value created. The shift from trading time to creating systems is what separates the wealthy from the financially stable. Take Michelle Phan, who transformed from a YouTube makeup tutorial creator to the founder of Ipsy, a beauty subscription service valued at over $500 million. She scaled her expertise from one-to-one tutorials to a system serving millions of customers simultaneously. This is the new wealth equation. Problem solved times scale of impact equals wealth creation. Bill Gates didn't become wealthy by coding more hours. He built an operating system that could be replicated millions of times at virtually no additional cost. Instagram's founders didn't get rich by taking more photos. They created a platform that enables billions of people to share their stories instantly. The key is to stop thinking in terms of hourly output and start thinking in terms of systematic impact. When you create a solution that works independently of your time, whether it's a product, service, or system, you've broken free from the traditional time-money equation. Consider Sarah Blakely's journey with Spanx. She didn't just sell shapewear. She created a solution to a common problem that could be manufactured and distributed globally. Her wealth wasn't built on consulting hours about fashion. It came from developing a system that delivers value to millions of women worldwide. The new paradigm requires asking different questions. Instead of how can I earn more per hour, ask what solution can I create that works even when I'm not. Instead of how many clients can I serve today, consider how can I serve thousands simultaneously. This is the mindset that transforms entrepreneurs from service providers to empire builders, from time traders to value creators. It's not about working harder within the old equation. It's about writing an entirely new formula for success. Before creating Microsoft, Bill Gates' first company, Trafo Data, failed completely. That failure taught him lessons that would help him build a $140 billion fortune. The journey to extraordinary wealth isn't a straight line. It's a series of pivots, learnings, and transformations that begin with a fundamental shift in mindset. Just ask James Dyson, who created 5,126 failed prototypes before succeeding with his revolutionary vacuum cleaner design. Each failure wasn't a step backward. It was a lesson forward. Consider the story of Arianna Huffington, who faced 36 rejections from publishers early in her career. Rather than accepting defeat, she transformed her understanding of media consumption. eventually creating the Huffington Post, which she sold for $315 million. Her failure in traditional publishing led her to pioneer digital media transformation. The mindset of wealth creation is like a scientist's approach to discovery. Thomas Edison famously said he hadn't failed 10,000 times while inventing the light bulb. He had successfully found 10,000 ways that wouldn't work. This perspective transforms setbacks from disappointments into data points, from failures into feedback. Look at Jack Ma's journey. Before Alibaba, he failed multiple business ventures and was rejected from 30 different jobs, including one at KFC. But each rejection sharpened his understanding of what wasn't working in the market. His eventual success came not from avoiding failure, but from learning through it. Today, his net worth exceeds $25 billion. The practical path forward involves systematic curiosity. Howard Schultz didn't just drink coffee. He observed how Italians created community around it. This curiosity led him to transform Starbucks from a coffee bean store into a global phenomenon. He asked questions others didn't think to ask. Why can't American coffee shops be like Italian espresso bars? Start by developing your opportunity radar. Listen when people complain. Every grumble about a product or service is a potential golden ticket. Sarah Blakely created Spanx because she was frustrated with existing undergarment options. She didn't have a fashion background. She was selling fax machines. But she had the mindset to recognize a problem worth solving. The action part of the equation requires strategic experimentation. Richard Branson started with a student magazine, then a mail-order record business, before building the Virgin Empire. Each venture was an experiment that taught him valuable lessons about customer needs and market opportunities. Remember, your first attempt doesn't need to be perfect. PayPal started as a way to beam money between Palm Pilots. Netflix began by mailing DVDs. Amazon only sold books. These companies evolved because their founders maintained a learning mindset and weren't afraid to pivot based on market feedback. Today's technology makes experimentation easier than ever. You can test ideas with minimal investment, gather feedback quickly, and iterate rapidly. The key is to start small, learn fast, and be willing to adapt based on what the market tells you. As we wrap up this journey through the profound insights about wealth creation, take a moment to let it sink in. Every billionaire, every visionary, every groundbreaker started in a place not unlike yours. With a single idea, a fleeting thought, a quiet whisper of possibility. But here's the truth we often overlook. Knowledge alone is not power. It's just potential. It's what you do with that knowledge, what steps you take, what risks you embrace, that defines the outcome. If something in this video resonated with you, if you felt that small spark of excitement or a new belief starting to form, don't let it slip away. That feeling right now is your mind opening a door. Walk through it. Here at Whispers of the Mind, we're more than just a channel. We're a growing community of dreamers, thinkers, and doers. People who believe that true wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts within. It starts in those moments of stillness, when you connect with your deeper self, when you face the fears and doubts holding you back, and when you decide that the future you want is worth creating. Every week, we delve into new topics designed to help you unlock that future. Whether it's understanding emotional intelligence, rewiring your money mindset, or mastering the art of resilience. Because wealth is about more than money. It's about freedom, purpose, and living a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Are you ready to take the next step? If so, don't just sit on the sidelines. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join this movement of mindful achievers. Let's redefine success together. Don't just watch others succeed from a distance. Become someone who turns whispers of dreams into shouts of triumph. And as we close, here's a challenge for you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's make this personal. What's one limiting belief about wealth that you're ready to leave behind today? Let's talk about it, because growth happens when we open up, share, and learn from each other. Until next time, keep listening to the whispers within. They're not just random thoughts. They're guiding you, nudging you, showing you what's possible. Follow them, believe in them, act on them. Peace and prosperity are waiting for you. But the journey starts right here, right now. Take care, stay inspired, and keep growing.